on the passionate eye. In Diana's life, all that glittered was not gold.
I, Diana Frances,
I, Diana Frances,
take thee, Charles Philip Arthur,
Charles Arthur Jules,
to my wedded husband.
For 2 dramatic decades, Diana, Princess of Wales, was a woman showered with gems while searching for love. Tonight, a look at the extraordinary jewels that adorned and chronicled the life of the people's princess.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm immensely proud to be here in New York tonight.
Princess Diana, her life in jewels.
Florence, the jewel of the Italian Renaissance. Charles and Diana made an official visit during a tour of Italy in 1985. The princess was wearing a sparkling blue dress. On this occasion, she wore sapphire earrings, part of a fabulous wedding gift from the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia. In this visit to Venice during the same tour, Diana wore more sapphire earrings, created from her Saudi jewels. She thanked her Italian hosts in their own language.
Mio marito ed io siamo molto felici di essere qui. Work that out.
Salute. Now could you translate?
My husband and I are very happy to be here.
Despite the smiles, Diana was ill at ease playing the dutiful wife. She was concealing an eating disorder and problems with her marriage. In 1995, Henry Kissinger greeted Diana in New York when he presented her with the Humanitarian of the Year award. For this prestigious event, she chose the Emir of Qatar's pearl and diamond earrings, worn with a daringly low-cut gown. She knew how to command the attention of everyone in the room.
I want to say a sincere and heartfelt thank you for this award.
Aged 19, Diana, then a kindergarten assistant, still wore her 16th birthday present from her family. For her engagement ring, a selection of gems was taken to Buckingham Palace by the Crown Jewellers. Diana chose a large oval sapphire, her favourite gemstone, surrounded by diamonds. It cost £28,500.
She chose a very traditional, very grand, very large, very beautiful, but it was a very traditional engagement ring, the dark sapphire that was bordered with a frame of diamonds. But this suited Diana's stature. Also, you have to remember that she was the leader of the Sloane Rangers at the time, this style tribe that she came to represent. And the engagement ring was the epitome of a Sloane piece of jewellery, and she wore it fantastically well.
The ring had been made by Garrard's, the Crown Jewellers. The showroom had a distinguished clientele. In the workroom, skilled craftsmen mount valuable precious stones in elaborate settings, like Diana's engagement ring. But Prince Charles was furious that the cost of her ring was made public after being featured on the pages of Garrard's Christmas catalogue.
You know, it's always been a mystery to me why Charles, who after all dithered for a little time before he asked Diana to marry him, hadn't sort of got in place a ring that he slipped on her finger, as men are supposed to say, "Will you marry me?" Instead, he had the man from Garrard, the Crown Jeweller, bring down a tray of jewels to Windsor so that Diana could choose. So as a result, this ring that she chose, which was so beautiful, had already been photographed for the Garrard Christmas catalogue.
Diana borrowed a silver necklace and earrings for her first event as Charles's fiancée, a musical evening at the Goldsmiths Hall, but her dress was cut too low and revealed too much cleavage. Princess Grace of Monaco was more suitably attired. Carolyn Pride, one of Diana's flatmates from her single days, helped her deal with press attention. She talked about how Diana coped with public scrutiny.
I'm surprised, again, and admire her for the fact that she has not slipped down all the little troughs that have been put in front of her. She has navigated very, very carefully and very successfully, and I really admire her for that. And that's insight. That's nothing to do with... It's nothing to do with a sort of textbook job. It really is her self-awareness and her intuition. A very clever girl, very astute lady. I think a lot of people would like to earmark her as a big dumb cluck, but she's not.
Lady Diana Spencer had come from an aristocratic family with its own stately home, Althorp in Northamptonshire. She had moved here with her sisters, brother and divorced father in 1975. Diana was proud of her family history, captured in the ancestral portraits at Althorp. In 1977, she showed off the picture gallery to Prince Charles, who was visiting the house. On their engagement day, Charles recalled what a very jolly, amusing and attractive 16-year-old she was. Great fun, bouncy and full of life. Diana's father, Earl Spencer, was a former equerry to the Queen and had close connections to the royal family.
Queen Mary was one of my godmothers. Prince of Wales, those days, was one of my godfathers. And my mother was a lady-in-waiting, and now my daughter has married the Prince of Wales.
In St Paul's Cathedral, her mother Frances, wearing a pearl choker, almost a family trademark. Diana's grandmother, Lady Fermoy, was wearing her choker. So too was Diana's eldest sister, Sarah, and her other sister, Jane, was wearing hers. The bride wore the Spencer family tiara and her mother's earrings.
Diana had, during the ceremony, been wearing the Spencer family tiara, which is a wonderful piece. And, you know, I think in those circles it would be normal for a great aristocratic family to marry their daughter wearing this tiara, which was part of their heirloom.
I, Diana Frances,
I, Diana Frances,
take thee, Charles Philip Arthur,
take thee, Charles Arthur George,
to my wedded husband.
When Charles and Diana left for their honeymoon, the bride was wearing the Spencer family 6-row pearl choker loaned by her sister Sarah, who'd worn it during the wedding ceremony.
Afterwards, I suppose they popped upstairs as sisters do, and she put her necklace round Diana's neck.
Charles had already accepted a wedding gift of cufflinks from his mistress, Mrs. Camilla Parker Bowles. On their honeymoon, Diana wore her own 3-strand pearl choker with turquoise. Princes and potentates showered the bride with gifts. The most expensive was this wonderful suite of Burmese sapphires from the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia. The suite included earrings, bracelet, watch, ring, and a large pendant. Diana had the set altered to make a necklace, a choker on a velvet band, interchangeable sets of earrings, and a headband.
She was very fond of the sapphire and diamond suite that she received as a wedding gift from the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, and she really enjoyed wearing that. And I think that was very important for her. As a young girl, she had to suddenly take on this cloak of grandeur and splendour, and the jewels certainly helped her to do that, and she wore them beautifully. And she also brought something light and fresh and young to fine jewellery, which we hadn't seen in England for a very long time.
In 1996, Diana wore this 11-string pearl choker with the Saudi earrings. Dressed by Versace, she was a confident woman during a visit to the United States for a charity event. The Saudi jewels were among Diana's favourites. On this occasion in Washington, she's wearing the diamond and sapphire Saudi watch. Cardiff,